It is Christmas Day, and some of my family members noticed that I was musing about getting a soldering iron upgrade, because this thing is probably well over 10 years old, and it's in pretty rough shape, along with being a simple direct plug-in unit with no regulation. When I hit any substantial joint, such as large thick wires or anything, the temperature drops off and it can't even melt solder anymore. So somebody noticed, and I now have a temperature-controlled soldering station, which is coming in very handy as I am taking apart the Hipro power supply here, and I think I found what blew up. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see right there's a stain on the board side of this little plastic insulating sheet. Flipping that up, oh, there's our burn mark. I could not see that when I tipped the board up at an angle and looked under with a flashlight. Couldn't see that until I took the board all the way out and flipped it upside down in the light. So there's our burn mark. Now what blew? I'll have to stop this and go in for a closer look. Right there, in the center of the screen, where the pencil's pointing, between those two pins there, the solder is eroded and blown away. There's a bit of darkening. That matches up with the burn mark on the plastic insulating sheet. So I think a little bit of debris got in there while it was powered off. Then I got it, decided to plug it in, and a few hundred volts DC was applied across those two pins. The debris was vaporized, but in the process it bricked the driver board, and that's why this doesn't have any output. No obvious signs of damage or burning on the front or the back of the driver board. There's a few parts crushed as I tried to rip it off, but can't see anything that looks like it exploded. But it no longer works. It had a few hundred volts bridged between two pins that should never have that happen, and therefore this goes into the pile of things I've accumulated to explode. Lots of useful parts so far. Got a largish toroidal inductor, 66.7 kilo ohm resistor, probably 4 or 5 watt, LED, fan, heat sinks of course, other heat sink with some high current, low voltage, fast switching diodes, bridge rectifier, a Toshiba MOSFET that appears to be functional. Later I'll grab the IAC connector and the voltage range switch and a few other bits and pieces, certainly the caps, probably transformers. And these have an immediate home, the 200 volt 560 microfarad. They're T-pose, but I will make use of them nonetheless. Also, big pile of scrap wire. Can never have too much of this stuff. Thanks for watching.